Hi everyone, Andy Davis here again from Master of Voice, a channel with reactions to performers from across the world. In this episode, another reaction to Pentatonix, this time to the iconic Leonard Cohen hit, Hallelujah. Let's jump right in.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you?
Beautiful.
Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
Wonderful. Scott here starting out the verse so well. His vowel placement a bit forward, a little thinner than he sometimes does on other songs that he features his voice. You know, he has a very versatile voice and I really enjoy it. A bit of a pop sound here, I think, is what I'm trying to describe. And then, of course, the wonderful harmony, oohs and ahs in the background of this excellent vocal group. You know, Pentatonix was my first reaction video ever on the channel, and so I wanted to start year 2 with another Pentatonix reaction, and with this awesome hit song that so many people love and so many people have covered, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Wonderful bass by Avi.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Nice.
Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you.
Wonderful here. Avi's come forth to bring us into the next verse, and at first I thought Kevin had taken over the bass part, but I see by his mouth moving that it's actually Scott that has dropped down to the bass for this, and I just love this arrangement. You know, I did attend a concert last fall, I've mentioned to you all, right before I started the videos on this channel, and that's what inspired me to choose Pentatonix first, and this was their encore that night. Of course, I was walking fast back to my car, trying to beat the traffic out of there. It was raining, and they were singing Hallelujah as I walked in the rain, and it was just beautiful to hear. And so many of you, I'm sure, have seen their official video of that, and it's been a while for me since I've seen that, but I've never seen this particular performance of their version of Hallelujah, and this was on a Christmas special back in 2016. I love their voices. Their blend is perfection, and that's very hard to do. You know, it takes working together for quite a while to pull your voice back, pull another person's voice forward, make that blend and become one unit there. It all has to do with vowel placement, lining all that up together, volume, the volume you're singing to do that, and I'm always impressed with Pentatonix and their ability to do that so well. Of course, being an a cappella group, you have to do that well, or people will call you on that quickly, and that's why they're so well known and so famous within this genre of singing.
She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throat and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah.
Nice! You know, Avi has gone out on his own now and does collabs with other groups, and they've brought a different bass into the group. But that was nice to hear him ascend up into his upper chest voice there. Also a bit of a pop, bright vowel that he gave that section. Just so well done. And it's nice to see him get to shine now in his own career. Not that he didn't shine in this group, but being the bass, you know, you sometimes feel a little left out. But my ear picks up that bass so well. But it was great to see see him step forward and do that excellent solo there as the group was behind him in support.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Kevin with the percussion there.
Well, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live long before I knew you.
Nice.
And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. And love is not a victory march.
Oh, yes.
It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
That passion Kirsten just gave, so important as they built into this song. Scott, a bit more reserved, but a pop sound. Avi, amping it up just a bit more, stepping forward. But then Kirsten pouring out soul and emotion into that through her vocals, through her facial expression and body language. I enjoy her very, very much. You know, maybe it's because she's the only female member of the group. I do enjoy female singers a lot. Tend to be my preference, actually. And I'm always so impressed with her vocal ability and performance. Excellent. Very nice mix sound by Mitch here. Brought the dynamics back a bit after they just built into this so well with their harmonies and dynamics. But now Mitch, more reserved here, this beautiful mix of his head and chest voice, almost a bit more head voice forward here. So well done. I love the timbre of his voice. His range is excellent. I am just such a huge fan of this group.
And it's not a cry that you hear tonight. It's not somebody who's seeing the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Wonderful. He really brought his chest voice forward in some of that to give emphasis. Oh my goodness, I just love their rendition of this song so much, but I didn't want to get into the ending here before I discuss Kevin. His role is so important with this, with the beatboxing, the percussion, the body percussion sometimes, but when I attended that concert, he actually had a cello solo. He is so incredibly talented. I believe he plays several other instruments and just a stellar, top-notch musician and a very important part to this group. Awesome! Yes! Ah! Wow! That was so incredible. I just am such a fan. I keep saying it over and over, but you just have to be impressed. A cappella. You know, Scott there at the end really pouring out that emotion and soul. He let the vowel placement migrate back just a bit where I'm more used to hearing his voice reside and just really brought it home there at the end with the group supporting with their wonderful harmonies. You know, they play with dynamics so well and it is just incredibly impressive. You know, when I think back to the days of choir, high school, and college, it is very difficult to sing a cappella. You know, I sing the national anthem sometimes a cappella. You can really mess things up by starting too low or too high. They have done this so much together that it is just clockwork. Now, granted, they work very hard to make sure that things are perfect, but that was so wonderfully done. Oh, their voices are just excellent. The musicianship, top notch. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction today of this wonderful Leonard Cohen hit. An excellent song that so many people love, and this wonderful performance, beautiful performance by Pentatonix. If you did enjoy this reaction, please click like and hit subscribe and leave me a comment down below, as always, of other great Pentatonix songs you might like for me to react to, or other songs by anyone. I won't be able to get to them all, but thank you all for supporting me and being patient with me as I work my way through the list. And please click the bell so you know when I'm releasing new content. I've also left links to my social media, my Ko-fi page. If you're able to join and support me there, I would truly appreciate it. Otherwise, just have a great day.